I'm Dan Gallagher, one of your Liberal Democrat candidates in the local elections on May the 6th. I want to talk to you about our local policy for making Buckinghamshire greener, a more environmentally friendly county. The Liberal Democrats are committed to making much faster progress on reducing CO2 emissions through more effective waste disposal, the promotion of electric vehicles, the promotion of renewable and green energy, and investments in a greener landscape. This accelerated action will reduce overall environmental risks, do our bit to combat global warming, whilst at the same time improving the health and well-being of local residents. So please join me and three of my Liberal Democrat colleagues to talk about the issues and opportunities we see and what we want to do.
Given the scale of the problem and the threats, if we have a 10-year target, we should then say, well, how can we do it in 5 years? How can we do it in 3 years? And I know it's not easy to do everything so quickly and things move slowly, but I think we have to put a bit more pressure in.
The Lib Dems have a really strong track record for environmental policy. 4 of the top 5 councils for recycling are Lib Dem run. There's a terrible problem with fly tipping right across the county. And I suspect that's a result of changes to charging for household waste. We need to review the policy in place and see whether changes could be made to improve just the simple environment that we have around us.
There's a lot of very sort of low-hanging fruit. There's things you can make a lot of progress quickly on emission reductions, switching to green energy suppliers, looking at waste, looking at things like heating and so on in the council system. And of course, vehicle emissions, those kind of things can be moved quickly. I think we should be encouraging electric vehicles.
And as Lib Dems, we would ensure that there are charging points in every car park by 2025.
Renewable energy, reduction in use of fossil fuels, use of solar, use of wind.
And insulation in homes or solar panels on roofs.
All these things that we do need to look at, and we do need to build into new developments. When we give planning permission, we should be expecting people to have a degree of renewable energy, whether it's just putting solar panels in or ensuring that there's car charging points in the car parks. Planting
trees is a great way to tackle several problems, including carbon in the atmosphere. They do draw down carbon over their life cycles. I'd also like to have a big number of trees and shrubs put in. I'm not so much a fan of trees just for trees. I'm interested in healthy ecosystems and rewilding. So I'd like to have a big number on that, hopefully in the tens of thousands.
Greening our town. What we could do is thinking about green roofs on the blocks of flats that are going to be built along Ashridge Road, or if we can get the planning for the Global Infusion, put a green roof on that, or green walls.
I think there's a great potential there to put in living walls, green walls, to reduce air pollution. They do literally filter the air. I'm imagining quite a radical transformation where multiple buildings have large green walls on them. Imagine in 5 years driving along that street, or in your electric car or on your bicycle, or even in your old school car, your petrol car, would be a very different experience. And if you look at outcomes for people's health of having more green around and more nature around, there are definite links.
It's very much about making a fairer, greener, kinder world. There are lots of ideas. There's lots of things out there that we could do. I know people suck their teeth and say, oh, it's too expensive, but not doing something is going to be even more expensive and devastating, not just on Chesham, but across the world.